Hi, my name is Jim Suozzo. I'm with the Ridgewwod Guild International Film Festival, and I'm happy today to have with us Roger Troscha. He's a filmmaker from Germany, and he submitted a film to our festival this year, which I really enjoyed. So welcome, Roger.
Thank you very much for being here.
Sure. Tell us where you grew up and a bit about your education.
Yeah, so I'm a media designer, so I studied this for 3 years, but I was always interested in film, and all my friends became actors around me. So I was the last one, and then I thought maybe I should change something in my life. So I took all my courage together and applied for school in Hamburg, and I went through this education for 3 years. And there we learned a lot about scene work, about drama and scenes, confrontations between two characters, goals. A goal, and a character always needs a goal. We all are actors in our lives, even if we don't know it. So there's a character that we show around, and there's also a character that is deeper in ourselves that we hide sometimes. So all these aspects went into my, so 2013, I started with writing. That is also something I liked, and I thought I should do more than just waiting for a role in a TV movie, because that's the most stressful thing for an actor, that he has to wait all the time. So and then I started writing. I shot my first 3 movies. The one was a thriller, 20 minutes long. It won an award at the Catalina Film Festival here in Los Angeles. And that was my first time I went to the States, and I really enjoyed it. So that's why I came back. So then I had a longer pause doing no movies, because I thought it doesn't make sense. It's too tough, the business. And then during the pandemic, I started with comedy. So actually the first time that I did comedy, because in the school they told me already that I have a talent for that, but I never wanted that. So that's very often we don't want what's very close to us. And yeah, during the pandemic, I thought that is the right thing to do, make people laugh instead of feeling fear. And then I shot, I think, about 10 movies, and the kid was the not the last one, the one before. And yeah, I won a lot of awards with that, and now I'm in LA to prepare my next project.
That's great. And we'll talk about your next project in a moment, but just with the kid, how did you come up with the idea for it?
Um, in the beginning, I had just topics about the COVID crisis directly, but then I thought that people are maybe tired of that topic, because we were living it with it for 2 years, and media was talking about it all the time. When you met a friend, you talked about COVID. So they were really disgusted by this topic. And so I thought about ways how to transport messages that are still connected to the pandemic, but not that obvious. And I observed, so that's how I do my craft. I observe myself, difficulties I have myself, and then the observations from the outside, what the others do, and then I try to create a project that hits that core that I observe. So with the kid, it was that in this pandemic, we were all forced to be alone with ourselves. And this was very difficult for the most of us, because we like to be distracted, because then we don't have to look at our own front door. So there there is a dialogue you can have with yourself every day, and most people, I mean, some maybe know that they talk with themselves, but some don't, and some even talk in a very bad way. For example, I went through a street yesterday and there was a guy selling t-shirts, and the one t-shirt, was a slogan written on it, be kind to yourself. And I said to that guy, that's a good one, that's a really good one, because that's the core of my movie. So um, to to show how we talk to ourselves, and mostly negative and doubting, and making ourselves small and little and without any power. And I wanted to translate that to a situation that we maybe know with kids, when they, because kids are so annoying sometimes,
Yes.
but they are also very curious, and we can learn so much from them. So this guy is working on his stuff all the time very seriously, and this kid just want to be a part of it. And what we do, we don't we should include that part in us that is still a kid, and be together with it in that situation, and have fun while we are working.
Wow, that's quite a message. That's good. And it's, I really enjoyed it, as I mentioned, and I thought you brought a lot of humor to it. Um,
Thank you.
had a deeper message, like you just explained. So well done on that. You also mentioned that you're working on something out in Los Angeles now. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm very excited about this project. So sometimes I have ideas, sometimes I don't have ideas for months, and then I think how when I see my old movies, I think why was this idea coming up, and in the moment there's nothing. But I had this idea 3 months ago in Berlin, and then I went to the States, and I thought I should do something here, because I love their American movies and the way they do movies. They are very professional. I mean, there are also movies that are not, but I want to work with people that inspire me from. I want to learn from other people, from other artists, and I really hoped to find them here. So a project is a good way to meet other people, and to let them join your crew, and then to work on something passionate. So this project is about a lot of topics. Um, so it's about climate change, but the main point is the way we correspond to media. So the media has always a strong tendency in one direction, and I always try to find a perspective that is more in the middle, because I think the truth is not white and not black, it's in between there. So I tried to show people what happens when they are the one extreme or the other extreme. So it's about a couple that is married for years, and they were in love in the beginning, but after 30 years of marriage, it's worn out. So they don't, there's no real love, there is nothing really to say anymore. So that guy really said goodbye to the world, because there's so many problems all the time, and they're watching the news. So that's the title of the movie, The News. And he has given up, and she's very emotional, always trying to help, and she can't stand it um, that he is not emotional in any way, especially in their relationship. So it's about our behavior, or our relationship to the media. And it's also about apocalyptic news, like pandemic, like wars, like children dying of hunger. And in the end of the movie, the reality catches this guy who's denying all these problems, because that is what we do. We're sitting in front of the TV and we're doing nothing. And that's what we all know. We have to change this, because otherwise this planet goes to hell. And that's what I observed in the pandemic. We went into this bunker, we isolated ourselves instead of being social, open up ourselves, work together, enjoy the life together. That's what we should learn as human beings, I think.
Interesting. Now that you've been out in LA, I guess, for a few months, are you finding it difficult to get your film made, or what's been your experience lately?
Yeah, I mean, I came here with like all these people who are creative, and Los Angeles is the center of media and art and creativity and money and famous actors. We all have this image. But if you go here, this is really difficult. There are many people who want that to accomplish, and everyone is asking. So the main problem is the money. Where is the money coming from? So movies are the most expensive thing you can do. And for us filmmakers who don't have any money, we we would like that there is somebody who says, you're a genius, here's $1 million, do whatever you like, and then we can do it. But it's the reality is not like that. Nobody is waiting here for you, because this is a new product you bring into a market. They have a lot of products already, so why should they try something else? So I guess they are looking for people, if they are looking at all, uh, that are that have the endurance to prove that they're not a fake, or that they really want it, and that they really have to say something, and that they don't give up, and that they see you striving still with all these difficulties. And then I thought, well, but this is still my dream, still my passion. So I have to keep going and try to find new ways to push things forward.
Well, for you, I'm happy that you're, thinking outside the box, so to speak. I know it's going to take a lot of perseverance, but just from seeing the kid, I'm looking forward to seeing your next film as well. So best of luck to you, Roger. And
Thank you.
time today.
Thank you very much.